What's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I'm going to be talking about the U.S. economy. A lot of people are trying to make it sound like they know what they're talking about, but let me tell you what this means in the most simple way possible, okay? So when you talk about the U.S. economy, the major concern right now is jobs. So I'm going to keep this straight, simple forward, okay? I'm going to get right to it. So grab your notes, get ready. Here we go. The unemployment rate is a huge concern right now. Like, we don't have a lot of jobs, and some people that are hiring are not providing good wages, and this is a big concern. Okay, this was a big concern in 2020. Okay, and look what the market did in 2020. We were in a recession there. This was a crazy time. Market dumped off, but that also led to, us getting stimulus checks because obviously they want us to spend money. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why the US or anybody who is running the whole United States would want you to spend money, because it has a very nice sequence of what it does for the US economy, the dollar, and stuff like that. Okay, now it's been 5 years since 2020, so that's why unemployment rates are concerning, right? We don't have a lot of jobs and stuff like that, but let's talk about it. Okay, Jerome Powell, okay, head of the Federal Reserve, said there are 2 more rate cuts this year. So you got to realize we got November, December, January. Like, he's saying 2 more rate cuts that will happen. So what that means is you will see, basically, you're going to see car loans, mortgage rates go down. Okay, which is a good thing. Okay, sort of, right? But I want you to know what this means as of right now. Okay, to see the effect, it will take time. Okay, people need to spend money. Okay, people need to spend money in order to go buy a car, to go buy a house. You can't just go say, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this car is $8,000 if you don't have a dang job, right? Like the unemployment rate is very concerning right now. That's why a lot of people are saving more money. They're not really investing. They're not really buying a house. They're not really buying a car, right? Because we don't have a lot of jobs that people are working. That's why it's important to understand why 2020 was such a concern, and we are headed towards that direction. A lot of people are saying that now. Car loans, mortgage rate cuts. So basically, let's take an example of apartment to a home. So let's say you're living in an apartment, okay? You're younger and you want to make an investment in a house, but the mortgage rates right now are way too high. Cost of living is expensive. Groceries are high. Mortgage rates are high. Cars are expensive. You say, I want to hold off. I want to wait till this stuff pulls back down, and then I can go buy a house. Okay, so they're gonna cut these rates. For example, Jerome Powell said 2 more rate cuts this year. So let's say they cut these rates. It will have to be time. So after a year or two, we're gonna see these mortgage rates go down. Okay, now if the rate goes down, what happens to the consumers? What happens to the regular people living? We're going to spend more money. All right, pay attention now. So imagine you're living in an apartment, you want to get a house, but it's too expensive right now. As of right now, October 17, 2025, everything is expensive. Cost of living is expensive, right? So Jerome Powell goes ahead and cuts rates aggressively, probably a 20 basis, 25 basis, or 50 basis cut. When that happens, we need some time. Give it a year or two. Mortgage rates, car loan rates are going to go down. Boing, they're going to go down, okay? So the regular person living in an apartment is going to go, ooh, I might want to buy a house, right? Because the rates finally came down, and that property or that house I was looking at is finally at a good value, right? So you go ahead and you buy a home. Okay, now that is not enough. Okay, there's a lot of other factors that go into buying a home. You're just looking at one thing. You don't just buy a home and you move in. No. Guess what you do when you buy a home? You buy some furniture. Okay, you're spending more money. You got to think, the economy is down right now, okay, because people are not spending money. People are saving money. Cost of living is expensive. To get a McChicken at McDonald's is gonna kill your savings. It's all types of crazy cost of living. Okay, so when they cut mortgage rates and in a couple years, these prices in specific go down, People are going to then buy a home. Then they're going to buy furniture. Then they're going to buy like a TV, a Xbox. They're going to renovate their basement, right? They're going to do some extra changes to their garage, to their house, make it look nice and pretty because they have extra money. And also what this extra money can do when the economic uncertainty is away and mortgage rate cuts are down and all of this is situated, you're going to see people spending money towards investments, right? So you're going to see your stocks go higher, right? Because people have more money. For example, if somebody has $20,000 to throw for a down payment on a house or on a car, what do you think they got money to do? They also got money to buy some stocks. So the stocks are going to go up as well. But it is so uncertain right now because we don't really know what the Federal Reserve is going to do. We're in this uncertain phase, but I'm letting you know that what possibly could happen in the future when interest rates are cut. Why it is good for the consumer, because basically these things right here, when they get cheaper, oh yeah, it's time for the people who have been working for 5 to 6 years, saving money to finally buy a home. Okay, finally buy a home, get out of that apartment, make an investment in a home, buy some nice furniture, buy some nice TVs, Xboxes, whatever, okay? So when they lower these rates, people start making changes, and you see changes in the stock market as well. Okay, so when they start making changes, they're making changes in their living, right? They're making huge changes in their living, and that's the key here. When people make changes in their living, the U.S. economy is gonna basically boost up, and you're gonna see nice economic activity. Keep that in mind now, economic activity. And economic activity is all about spending money, right? Jobs are doing good. People are buying homes, furniture. The economy is booming. Everybody has a house. The American dream is live. But as of right now, to buy a house, you need to break an arm and a leg. As simple as that. That's basically the best way I could put it. These are too expensive right now. You know, you go to buy a car, you're gonna faint at the dealership looking at how much you got to probably put down and the interest rates you're gonna pay on that. All right, keep these things in mind. These are key techniques. Okay, this is called like economic stuff. A lot of other factors go into this, but this is about a 10-minute video that is going to give you more certainty on why certain stocks are down. You can go back to 2020 and you look at that drop, but extend your time frame. So if you're investing right now and you're like, why are you buying right now, right? Why are you buying Uber, right? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, this is the amount of work that I've put into my craft, and I understand these things. If you're uncertain in the stock market, you don't understand these things. This is literally, it's like one thing gets affected and then everything just follows. So you get a 25 basis cut, you get a 50 basis cut, just wait a year or two, more spending is going to happen. We're going to see another rise in the market. But until then, the market can still stay irrational. I'm not saying we're going to head to a recession right away. No. Right? The market can stay irrational, you guys. So regardless of people not spending money right now, mortgage rates being high, cars being high, right? All of these expenses being high, the market can still be going up. You can still make 10,000, 60,000, whatever the case may be, regardless of this stuff, because the market doesn't care. Retail investors, they probably don't care. Okay. And as brutal as it sounds, all of this doesn't have to align up for you to make money in the stock market. So that's why I always say DCA, okay? Dollar cost average when you invest. Just invest a small amount in a good business every single week, every single month, or when it goes down, keep investing. For example, Walmart, for example, something like a dividend ETF, SCHD, and you can't go wrong with those because you're looking at 2025, but I'm looking at something like 2030, right? What are we going to be doing in 2030? That's what I'm looking at, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. I hope this really broadens your approach to the economic uncertainty that's going on right now, why people are so worried about the job data, comparing it to, something like the dot-com bubble, 2008 era. Obviously not 2020. I mean, that was just totally crazy. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.